today's gameplay, G2 Esports against Savage, Game 1 in this best-of-5 quarterfinals.
Can G2 start strong? Are they going to shut down the Savage aggression? I think that is the game plan. They don't want to let Savage play their game like Cloud9 did. We saw just how badly that went for G2's North American brethren.
Savage are going to be as close to every single touch as they possibly can be. No room to breathe when they get into their rhythm. They're about to set it up now. Devo has the opportunity to score, and Savage with the perfect start.
Ideal from Savage. Bluey, after getting this pass in field, just clatters Rizzo out the net. Devo's put it on the far side just to make sure. What play though by Bluey. He's got the assist and taking the goalie out the play, doing it all himself there.
Savage's players probably more entertaining and more useful when they actually finish playing the ball than they are on it, and they're incredible when they are on the ball. Look for them to make that sweep from one boost to the other, take out a goalkeeper. They are always looking to get that little bit extra.
G2 need to be so careful. Savage, one of the quickest, definitely quickest team at the moment in this tournament. So G2, if they realize that they are getting beaten to the ball, it's better just to leave it. There's no point flying in for a challenge that you're never going to win.
Savage are getting each other's way a few times in this rotation. Need to try and calm that down a little bit, but Devo is up quickly. And Chicago tries to push to the side. Surprised if he managed to get hold of this boost. Alpha tries to bump Rizzo out of the air. That is, again, that sweep across that we were talking about. Already across. Here's Bluey. Tries to force a block. This is going to drop straight down. And Savage already moving forward.
Bluey needed a little bit more boost to get on the end of that one. It was well dealt with by G2 at the end of the day. Still the 1-0 for Savage. And we asked, would G2 shut down their playstyle? Right now, they're not doing so. Bluey with another good save. He had a few of those yesterday. Alpha getting on the end of this play. Savage do have to be careful. They double commit quite often. One saving grace for them, though, is they rarely double commit with their last man pack.
Yeah, yesterday when they played against Cloud9, they only conceded once, but you can't really put that down to a great defensive performance from them. Their version of defense is, hey, we're just not going to defend. It's Alpha hasn't got the boost to follow that. Devo off the back foot. Here comes Alpha again. And that's a phenomenal save. Keeps it out of the net. Keeps us to a 1-0 difference, but Chicago levers a shot into the net. There is no saving that one.
What a save by Rizzo. He's done so well for his team here. Then JNAPS and Chicago link up in offense. Good luck saving that one, Blue. He's tried to pre-jump, but Chicago puts it behind him. G2 tie things up.
And this is what Cloud9 struggled with yesterday when they were trying to transition out their own side of the field. They couldn't get anything going. G2 proving that they do have that side to their gameplay. And Savage, you're going to have to be very aware of that because they like to press forward.
That counter-attack has hit Savage far earlier than they were scored on by Cloud9 yesterday. I think it was almost 8 minutes of gameplay before they conceded against Cloud9, and that was the only goal that they did concede. G2 have already done better than that. Savage, though, still creating the lion's share of chances this game.
G2's defense was suspect yesterday, but they're looking pretty well here. And once again, Devo following the line. Seems to have been drilled into them at this point.
Actually preferring the bump over the boost seal at that point.
Well, I could make my life better, or I could make your life just that little bit worse.
That's Devo mentality right now. This passive play by G2, though, trying to hit Rizzo mid-air. This time, it will go behind him. Savage have not really responded too badly here. Oh my goodness, we saw Chicago hit one of those yesterday. Just put that redirect wide. Very, very close. It is looking good for G2. Things are turning around in their favor. It's in large part due to Rizzo making so many interceptions and saves.
JNAPS, good challenge from him, but it should be Alpha's to play out. Savage gonna have to be more privy to this counter-attack. They've been almost caught twice now. Rizzo can't get up to that one and instead leaves it to Chicago, who is removed from the play. I think Bluey's going to go hunting for even more. JNAPS did not blink, however. And here comes Alpha, just over the top. Going to have to try and take his time, but didn't really want to. He was on 0 boost.
Quite a few players on 0 boost in that play. Looks like Savage starting to sit further back. They're not challenging the ball very far at the field right now, so they need to be careful for that G2 pass, because if it comes in at this range, it's going to be so difficult to react to.
And now, just over a minute left, that next goal becomes all the more important. Our first game of a very long day of Rocket League, and we would have it no other way. Infield pass option for Bluey to Alpha. Alpha just Not quite tall enough to get to that one, and now Rizzo tries to break. It's going to be G2's time to take over offense. Chicago's got time, but not enough of it as Alpha now clears.
Key touch there for Alpha. He's been a bit quiet in this first game, but he made it work there. Does get shut down by JNaps at the other end. We're approaching the final 30 seconds. Savage have hung on, and now they've got a chance to make something happen in offense. Long shot, though. Is that on target? Looks like Bluey will be there. The savior for Savage once again.
It's going to be Alpha. Can't get too much from there. Stuck in the corner. G2 trying to swarm around, but it's still phenomenally played by Bluey. No one around though to try and keep it.
That's back pass, ceiling shot by Bluey there. Alpha looking for the double touch. Rizzo's going to let him make it happen. The crossbar saves G2. 5 seconds left.
Devo to Alpha. Alpha's got support despite Devo being removed from the play. Rizzo has missed it. Off the backboard, no touch, and nobody around to finish it off.
There's no boost for G2 in defense, but Savage were unwilling to commit. They were scared off the power clear. G2 getting the ball into the Savage end, first thing in overtime. Can they punish? This passive defense looks like Rizzo just could not quite catch up to it. Alpha with a miss, and that's a bump onto Devo. Chance again for G2.
Savage starting to look a little bit different now. This is what Championship Sunday does to you. You have to now start worrying about what the consequences to your plays could be. Devo to the other side of the field, actually keeps it going. Could be towards the middle, but JNaps can take it over.
Solid play by JNaps. He's gone up so fast that Savage don't even bother trying to contest him. Right now, Savage are very timid with their backward pressure. Whenever the pass goes off that wall, they're not wanting to go up for it. Was saved by Devo. G2 are being way more aggressive off that back wall than their opponents.
Yeah, and it seems like Bluey in particular, who's struggling to get himself into a rhythm, did not look comfortable in that situation. G2 showing off that onstage experience that they have. Remember, this is a rematch of last year's finals between Bluey and G2. 3 of these players have played against each other already within the last year on this stage. They're looking for that all-important Game 1 win. Bluey has come out well from the challenge. Off the backboard again, though, and JNaps can take over.
Chicago was so quick to get up there and shut down Bluey's double touch. You would put money on Bluey scoring from that range. Rizzo has put it in his own net. Are getting to play their game the way that they love to play. They've got the win anyway. Double touch, JNaps off the ceiling, and he puts it past Savage for a 5-second goal. And that's the rebound off the ceiling. JNaps with a huge play to start off game 2.
And look at the confidence. As soon as he hit it up, he knew exactly where the bounce was going to go. Way to introduce yourself to this game. 5 seconds gone. Savage find themselves on the back foot. They're going to look to try and respond as quickly as they possibly can, because this is not how they want to start, and that is a bit of poor rotation between Alpha and Bluey.
Yeah, Bluey just trying to get out of the way there, but accidentally runs right in front of Alpha 54. Looks like Savage will remain relatively unscathed by that interaction. Double demo, Bluey on Chicago, Rizzo on Devo. Alpha is going to try and make something happen out of the additional space that has been created. JNaps and Chicago both pre-jump there. Luckily, JNaps stayed low enough to make the save.
Very risky play, and now Rizzo couldn't make contact, but there's going to be no one up for Savage. Tried to doink it, but instead it's going to be Chicago's challenge. That pushes it through 2-0.
Rizzo wasn't able to make contact here, but look at JNaps running ahead of Chicago as Chicago's setting up that clear. That enables G2 to have a counter-attacking threat, and that eventually creates space in the midfield as the defender for Savage is running back, expecting a touch from JNaps.
Third man from Savage now got to start being so worried about these counter-attacking plays from G2. Finding a lot of success with them so far. And for 2-goal lead, G2, with all of that success on the counter, can now sit back and think about doing it more often.
And now we get to see how Savage are going to respond. It was actually all smiles on the Savage end of the stage after they conceded in 5 seconds. Maybe they think it was a bit unlucky as Alpha was so close to getting a block on that one. Now it's a bit more serious. We did question Savage's but comeback potential. We know G2 have that potential. Do Savage have that? They didn't show it against Rogue on day 1.
No. They are very much like a heavyweight boxer that you expect to try and finish the game within the first 2 rounds. If they can't do that, they almost just don't have the endurance to keep going after that one.
Yeah, they don't have the cardio at all. Still 3 minutes for Savage to try and make something happen. Devo's making some good plays in defense. Taking soft first touches, keeping the ball under control. G2 look pretty much ready for anything that Savage are going to throw at them at this point.
Oh, just couldn't quite catch the top of the bumper when he went for that flip reset. Otherwise, Savage could have been in even more trouble with this series, but now Rizzo's been flipped around after the bump. Savage looking to try and apply some pressure. J-Naps keeps it on the wall. Trying to follow up himself. And I do like this at the moment from G2. They're keeping the ball as close to the wall as possible, making it harder to try and follow up, but it doesn't matter anyway. Bluey finds the spot, and now we're down to a goal.
And Rizzo under pressure once again. And for the second time, he's not able to make contact. He needs to hit that ball somewhere. Such a tap in there for Savage. We're finding some success with the backboard, despite the fact that they're not really attacking these rebounds too early. 1 goal for Savage. G2 still have the lead.
This might almost be a case where the name is taking more of an effect than the actual gameplay. G2 know what to expect from Savage. They're expecting players to just be constantly in front of them. Rizzo, once again, not looking too comfortable up in the air. And that's going to be J-Naps. He almost managed to correct himself after the original touch. J-Naps still on pressure, still shooting. And now he's managed to re-establish that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, Alpha was being a bit cheeky here. He got caught out yesterday against Cloud9 doing the same thing, just turning around with a catch on top of his car. Bet he wishes he just dropped that one in front of him and stuck his body between him and the goal so that he can have a bit more control over that 50-50. Here comes Alpha into the air, shut down this time by Rizzo. Alpha had a flip reset. Not that he could use it very effectively.
I do like that he adhered to the rule, though, that if you have to flip reset, you have to show to everybody.
Oh, you have to use it, even though, if anything, it just slowed down his descent back to the ground. He's trying to get in the way. Rizzo pops it on. Actually wave dashing the landing there. I like that little recovery mechanic. G2 are still looking very good in game 2. The 1 goal that they did concede was just a panic play, like you said earlier, by Rizzo. He's expecting Alpha or Devo or Bluey to be attacking that rebound much earlier than they actually did.
G2 looking for that 3rd goal that could end this off. It's Alpha for the dribble. Hasn't had too many stories with that so far.
At least this time he didn't get dunked on.
Yeah, I mean, small wins at this point. Devo off the side. Chicago getting there beforehand. Savage just lacking that little bit of pace to beat a defender to the ball. Now Devo's already up. And once again, J-Naps just covers the angle. He doesn't try to get there first. He's just making sure that you can't put the ball anywhere. But Alpha, monster flick, and it's going to ricochet off the crossbar.
Alpha 54 with a huge play and the pressure that was put on G2 by that monstrous acceleration that he applied to the ball has culminated in a goal for his teammates. Wow, Alpha with this slowdown. He realized he had some time, and boy, did he use it well.
0 to 100 in less than 3 seconds. Chicago flip reset. Can he use it? No, he might not have got it. Or it just didn't land correctly. It's going to be pushed across to the side. It is time to pull out the clutch if you're on Savage. 40 seconds remaining to try and find the tying goal.
Alpha's got to be careful. He's dribbling well, but often. And if G2 start to read these first touches, they could get a big dunk on top of him like they did for their 3rd goal all over again.
See Chicago staying quite far back. G2 don't want to do that too often. Savage locked down. They can go for those bumping plays yet again. Infield pass by Devo. It's a little bit too far forward. Still can be dangerous. J-Naps has got it past Alpha, and that is crucial for G2.
J-Naps doesn't look like he has any boost. He has to leave this one for Rizzo, but it's only 10 seconds for Savage to make something happen. They do have G2 in a bit of an awkward spot. There's nobody covered in any infield pass. Well played, though, by J-Naps to get the clear. This might be it for G2. J-Naps actually keeping it up on 0 seconds there by accident. It looks like they're going to get a goal regardless. Will Savage attack that backboard earlier? So far, G2 have been expecting that, but it's not really been happening.
Chicago looking to play long. It's going to be headed straight up to Savage. Devo is already downfield. Savage usually pretty good at holding someone down. Here's already going to be Alfred. He tried to be very cheeky with the kill shot.
He's looking for the little pop-bump combination. Luckily for G2, there were multiple defenders there. It's going to be so hard to score that unless he can get the ball moving a bit faster. JNap's playing a very safe dribble there. Doesn't want to let the ball roll up on top of his car in case he gets dunked on. Shot for Alpha goes wide. JNap's had most of the goal covered though.
Yeah, he would have wanted to done better with that one though. The very least put it high so it is harder to transition out. Alpha goes to the hoodies, often resorting to these dribble plays.
Yeah, he's
Quite like it though. If you've not got any options downfield to pass to, try and keep possession, get everyone a little bit further forward. But as you mentioned, it can be risky if you are beat to the ball.
Saved by JNap's pre-jump to get in the way of that one. G2 looking for small touches to find each other in the midfield. Savage, I think they really need this game a lot more than G2 do, especially after G2 won the last one.
JNap's to Alpha. Alpha again, taking control before trying to play it. You don't get as much distance on the ball, but you get a higher success rate on getting the ball down the rest of the other side of the field. Gonna be played in. Bluey with a rocket to the side of the net.
Just in the nick of time, Bluey arrives on the scene. Still, they're pretty far back when they're making the runs in for these backward passes, but at least this time he makes it before the G2 defender. I do want to see more dribbling plays from Alpha. I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. There's so much respect being shown to him by G2 after the flick he showed us in the last game. Everybody backing off whenever Alpha's got the ball under control.
Now, the thing is, Alpha doesn't even need to score with those flicks. He's just got to get it near, make players react, and then eventually someone can come in and take the shot. G2 trying to find some pressure to get this ball back. For the time being, it's going to be all Savage. Here's Chicago to the middle. Well, blocked by him, and now Chicago can now go on the chase, but there was no boost anywhere. And in typical Rocket League fashion, it came in just after he jumped past it. But the shot is saved by Devo.
Devo is playing some really good utility at the moment. Mostly known for his offensive prowess. He's stepping up with saves and just collections of possession and defense that are working wonders for Savage right now.
Well blocked by Rizzo, over the top by Chicago, and an even better save by Bluey. The lead is still on for Savage, and once again it's the dribble plays coming out big for Savage. They've resorted to now just slowing it down, take individual players up, and this is going to be awkward. Devo forced to play it back, but it's only back over at Bluey again! Saves for his team! We stay at 1-0.
Devo couldn't really get the ball too far away, but Bluey to the rescue. Triple touch center ball by Rizzo. It's bounced off two players and gone wide. Savage are just hanging on for dear life right now, but can they get a good clear? They need time more than anything just to stock up on boost because they're all starving in the defense. G2 are not going to let them have it.
JNap's did well to take a little bit of time, forced Alpha to come out even further. But G2 have got a lot of players forward at the moment. You can see JNap's forced to scramble to get back and somehow avoids the demo. This is such a huge match for both of these teams. There's going to be a double commit. Alpha pulls himself off. Bluey for the double, instead leaves it for Devo! Saved!
What a save by JNap's. G2 now hanging on. For their game 3 chances, Rizzo has JNap's to the left. He finds him. JNap's is going to try double touch this, but read by Devo, who's still playing defense so well for Savage for the most part of this game. 1-0, the European team. G2 are making this such a tight contest. It's not even close to the scenes we saw versus Cloud9 yesterday.
This is turning into one heck of a game. 1-0 does not do this justice at the moment. Both these teams playing stellar Rocket League. Here it is for Alpha, 2-0.
And G2 have just gifted this one to Savage.
Chicago special.
He's just given the ball to Devo this time. I bet he wishes he just dribbled that back into his own corner.
Whenever you're in that situation, do not just touch the ball over to the side. You've got to keep possession because all you are doing is removing yourself from the play and giving a pretty much dead ball to your opponent so they can do whatever they want with. G2, despite playing really well, they should have avoided that at all costs.
Yeah, it's just Devo again. He's making reads for days in this match. Now Savage have got a real chance. I said they needed this game. Looks like they're going to get it. G2 are going to try and make a miracle happen. Chicago takes out one. Bluey is there. He's got a second touch as well to take Rizzo out of the play. JNap's now all alone at the back. 20 seconds left for G2.
Chicago just puts it on net, and Blue will be happy at the height of that one. He can clear quite easily. Here's Devo. Tries to fake. JNap's covers him though. Might not matter. Here's Bluey over to the side.
The last chance for G2. They need a goal with the next touch on the ball. This has to be it, and it will be it. Rizzo makes it. 1 goal for G2 with 4 seconds left.
And this is just great link-up play. Chicago fakes the shot, wins the challenge, and Rizzo right down the middle scores a strike.
No time wasted. Can they make something happen on the kickoff? What strategy are they going to go for? Looks like they've not cheated. They've sent it to the back left corner towards JNaps. 0 seconds now, but they do have boost on multiple members. Double commit for G2 though.
Yeah, it's all on JNaps to keep it up, and he can't do it. Bluey downfield, and it's just stayed on the lip. Rizzo keeps it alive, but it might not be for much longer as Savage.
They're not throwing themselves in anymore. What's it going to be for Game 4? Can G2 do what I think most of the fans are wanting to see? Everybody just wants to see a Game 5 at this point. You know, G2 have delivered quite a few of those in the past. Let's see how this one goes in Neo Tokyo.
Bluey versus G2 has a tendency of delivering a tiebreaker. Saw it last year, but we see it this time around. Chicago, though, tried to take advantage of a poor touch from Bluey, and Alpha is clattered out of the game.
Devo got bumped there, but he still managed to dodge into the ball. It's another little play that makes a big difference. Rizzo will get clear on Devo's cross. It's only as far as Alpha. JNap's trying to keep it in the corner. There it is. Rizzo as well to help out. Still, deep positioning by Savage. They're scared of the counter-attack. You know G2 love to pass the ball into the midfield and then redirect it before you can even blink and see what's happening.
But that's something good to see, though, from Savage. Usually been a very, we're playing this way and we're not playing any other way sort of team. It's good to see that they've got the ability to adapt. And G2 have also shown that numerous times. JNaps clears long, but he's got no passing options, so he's going to have to try and follow this himself.
Demo onto one of the Savage defenders at the back. Was JNaps this time, and it's created an opportunity saved by Bluey.
That is such a good idea, though, from G2, realizing the Savage are respecting them quite a bit. Now they're trying to pass for days. Chicago off the backboard, and JNaps can't do anything with that one. G2 have got the right idea at the moment. Now we need to see it executed.
It's just Chicago running into his worst enemy all over it again. The crossbar was, I think, pretty flush there. He wasn't even close to putting that into the net. Chicago's got to hit the target. There's no one backing him up there. You can't really call that a pass because no one's behind him. Still all tied up here in Game 4.
Chicago, an offensive powerhouse for Evil Geniuses. Needs to try and show it now on the DreamHack Leipzig stage. Great passing play. Alpha is up, but he can't hook that one around. Was always going to be a tough shot to take. Still, all tied up, no goals apiece. As Alpha clears long, and it's already up for Bluey. Taps it straight down to Devo, and he can't get his car behind that one. What a play that would have been.
Some great ideas here in offense by Savage. They're mixing it up a little bit. Backboard is no longer their first aim. They're just shooting it straight at each other. Here they go again. Down the middle. The execution hasn't been there for Savage. I'll tell you what has been there is Devo in defense, making these awkward touches that G2 are not able to follow up on. Just over 2 minutes left. Still all tied up in Game 4.
In terms of teamwork, both these teams so unbelievably creative right now, but that's a mistake that could end up costing you. They need to try and take their time here. Yes, Savage are moving forward, but if you panic, that's when you get caught. And G2 did not panic. JNaps can't get that past the challenge, but he can follow it up. Taking 2 players out, Chicago tried to lay it down for Rizzo, but Rizzo took a more defensive stance.
Rizzo towards Chicago as well. Midfield pass was lacking pace this time, though. The Savage are able to easily intercept. This game is on a knife edge. You've got the feeling that 1 goal will make the difference. Savage have had the better chances. This one falls to Alpha, but he's hit the post. And Rizzo's able to get the ball to safety.
That is absolutely huge. Both teams have had phenomenal opportunities now. Neither able to make them count. And in situations like that you look back on, if you do end up losing this series, Bluey off the back, but he's not got any boost to try and follow this. And instead, Chicago puts it down and follows up his own touch. G2 have done a phenomenal job of that this entire series, not allowing Savage to put consistent pressure down.
Good job at JNabs. He needs to get quick there to stop Alpha. That is a double commit for Savage. This time their third man was involved. But there's no one there for G2 to pounce on the opportunity. Chicago can't make contact to the far post as well. Savage are a little bit all over the place right now. Can G2 capitalize?
Oh, that's going to be a shot blocked yet again. Haven't seen the one that hasn't been covered in quite a long time. Now Bluey takes himself to the air, trying to force a challenge. He's done exactly that. Alpha comes out pretty well on his. 20 seconds remaining. It's now Devo ends up missing. Rizzo, has he got any help? Yes, he does. Chicago's coming up off the backboard for the follow. Goes past him and JNabs gets it cut away. Now on the counterattack is Savage, but it is cut out.
More key touches by Devo in defense. And now Savage with an opportunity in the final seconds. JNabs trying to keep the ball under control. Might bounce up here. It's actually just been missed. And overtime is where game 4 will be decided.
G2 with their tournament lives on the line here have to score this next goal, otherwise they will be eliminated and Savage will move on. Alpha to the other side, off the backboard for Devo, off the backboard again, and it's going to be Bluey choosing to hold himself back.
Fair enough decision. It's such a risk to move in on those, and there's a massive dunk by Bluey.
No, it's not.
Rizzo's there to keep it out. What a dunk by Bluey, though, almost winning the game for Savage.
Chaos right now, and we would have it no other way. Off the side of the wall, Chicago's touch. It's inviting for Alpha! Salvage are moving on to the next round.
Alpha 54. The rookie to the stage before this tournament has put in the winning goal for this team.